Our Shops of Grand River coin toss was won by Jasper. They elected to defer. And remember, Shops of Grand River save even more at Birmingham's only outlet. Now our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And it was caught and brought out to about the 35-yard line. And that's where the Cullman Bearcats will take over. Let's go down to Austin, who is there with our first hit from the sideline. Austin?
Yeah, you guys talk about rivalry games. This may be one of the best in the state. I got Coach Walker for Cullman telling me that this game, it might get a little chippy. There may be some altercations between players. And these sentiments were echoed by the opposing coach on the other side of the field, saying that they don't know how this game's going to go, but Cullman is a good team. They're a better team than their record shows. And this stadium, it's packed. It's full of energy tonight. It'll be a great time to see how it goes, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Pratt. Roaming the sidelines, and yeah, this is traditionally a chippy game. 2nd down and 10. That first pass from Culver went a little bit too far. They're going to try to keep it on the ground, but go nowhere fast. This defense is rather stout, and a good stop there up front by Kalen Harris. He plays that defensive end position.
Yeah, he was very smart, very patient, read where the ball was going, and he made a very great defensive play on that drive right there.
Looking at 3rd down and 10 now for the Bearcats. Their offense started off slow to start the season, but the last 2 games, they've been really clipping high at about 350 yards a game, and they've been averaging over 30 points a game. Now 3rd and 10, they're going to split 2 wide receivers out and have 1 back in the backfield. And another handoff to try to give it to Keel, and Keel stretches it forward, maybe about 1.5 yards short of the first down. Good job by Weston Keel, their leading rusher.
Yeah, Keel, that was a very great inside zone, was very patient. And the key tonight is running behind those big boys. Offensive lineman was able to gain a lot of positive yards on that drive, and that's what you want to see all night.
Let's take a look at our People's Bank of Alabama Cullman starters, and that offensive line has a lot of girth.
Yeah, start with number 75, Whit Waters, 54, Rhett Singer, 23, Kobe Holt, 15, Morgan Alley, and he also has a quarterback, 8, Covert.
4th down and short. They're going to try to run it down the gut, and, oh, man, this one looks like it could be a turnover. It'll be Jasper football, and, yeah, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Great play by the defense, able to do what they needed to do in order to stop this drive.
Yeah, very great defensive play right here. You can see very patient. Look for the trick play. They were able to, look like they lost the ball, but even though they recovered, they still was able to get a first down. So way to be smart right there by the Jasper. They were all over that, and now look forward to see what they can do in this offensive drive.
And now the Vikings offense takes over in great field position. Lincoln Smothers is their signal caller, the dynamic junior. They'll have it at the Cullman 46-yard line, but it looks like we've got a player that may have to have an equipment issue, and that's Smothers. He has to go to the side, so now they got to bring in another quarterback. And the backup is E.J. Oliver, and Oliver has played a little bit. Right now, he has to step in an immediate, must have been they may have had some blood on his knee pad or something like that. Running back Micah Pledger is right next to him. They're going to give it to Pledger. Oh, no, keep it is Oliver. Great job by E.J. Oliver to bring that ball back on the quarterback option, and he's able to turn a negative into a positive.
That was a very great pull on that. He thought he was going to give it to the running back, but he was able to keep that, and he gained a few positive yards right there on that QB option and gained a lot of yards on that.
Let's take a look at that Jasper Viking offense, which is highly touted, anchored by their junior quarterback in Smothers.
Led by number 7, Lincoln Smothers as a powerful quarterback, Michael Pledger, the running back, Brody Garrett, the wide receiver, 69, D. Wilkerson, number 77, Grant Bailey at right tackle.
People's Bank of Alabama, proud sponsor of our Friday Night Rivals starting offense. And take a look at the defense for Cullman. They have been a pretty scrappy bunch, and they like to play that 3-4.
Led by 0, Jack Carby, number 3, Cooper McSwain, number 11, Parker Berry, T. Willingham, number 22, Caleb Hollis, number 5, Chance Hostler, defensive back.
All right, Lincoln Smothers is back in after that little equipment issue. Now they're going to try an end around to Garrett, and Garrett doesn't go anywhere fast, actually loses some yards to make it 2nd down and very long.
Defensive end read that play really well. He really contained the running back. The quarterback tried to get outside, but he got upfield, contained it right here on this little pop pass, and didn't gain many positive yards on that, and they were very smart play for the defensive on that side of the ball.
Brody Garrett, he plays the wide receiver, but he also is a defensive back. And it looks like we may have had a flag. We got stoppage of play. And that'll go against the Vikings, but it will be declined because they were able to get a tackle for a loss.
It's going to be important for them to get a fast start right here because so far they've lost downs. They haven't got many positive plays. So if you want to start off and be explosive and elusive, you're going to have to clean up the small penalties, and hopefully you can get a drive going right here pretty soon.
And now it's second down and forever. You can call it about 25 yards. They need to get inside the Cullman 40-yard line. Going with two-back set now. Here comes Smothers. Going to do a quick pass. Reception made. And looks like that will get some of those negative yards back. Reception made over there by E.J. Oliver. Nope, check that. That's number 12, Ledger Smothers, the brother of Lincoln Smothers.
Smothers was all over that tackle, was very patient. He read where the ball was going, read the quarterback eyes, and was able to make a good form tackle. Didn't get many yards on that play.
So now third and about 17 yards, keeping it in the spread are the Vikings. Moving Pledger up, seeing if he'll block a little bit. Oh, and that pass was really on the knees of Ledger Smothers because they had good defensive play by Parker Berry and company.
Because of that pressure, looked like he was forced to throw that football. He kind of threw it under pressure. Looked like he was going to the ground. And if you want to stop this Lincoln Smothers quarterback tonight, you got to have those type of plays all night. You got to create pressure. You also have to create uncomfortable situations for this quarterback.
Appears to be a punting situation now for the Vikings. Oliver Mosley handles most of the kicking duties for the Vikings. As you see, David Reeves, the head coach, in his third season after a long collegiate career as an assistant. This is a nice punt, goes out of bounds. And looks like we're right back where we started from. The official, oh, he's going to mark it all the way up. Oh, man, at midfield. Oh, man. So that was almost like not a punt at all.
Right.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Vikings, which is pretty stout. They haven't given up much of anything. Brought to you by People's Bank of Alabama.
Led by number 13, Memphis Odom. You look at number 21, Kalen Harris, number 11, Zoe Maddox, number 30, Drew Herron, number 4, Jalen McCollum, and also Jackson Biology, defensive end, number 17.
Bajoli. So second drive now for the Bearcats. Trying to find something to get their offense going. High snap, able to give it to Keel, and Keel goes nowhere fast. Once again, Memphis Odoms and company right there on the tackle.
Yeah, Odoms was all over that. He read it, was able to get outside contained, then let the running back go outside. You see, took a very good look at this play. Wanted to go inside, try to bounce it outside, but they were all over that tackle. And once again, very patient, very good defensive tackle by number 13, Memphis Odom.
2-yard loss makes it second down and 12 now for the Bearcats. Going to shift that the tight end and the wide receiver. Colbert looks to pass, got plenty of time. Now here comes the pressure. Going to try to get it to Keel and does. Keel keeps his feet. Look at Keel. Weston Keel's going to keep his feet, and he's going to go 10-5, touchdown, Bearcats. And just like that, they have the early lead.
Very smart play. He had all day back there in the backfield. He was able to see what the defense was giving him. He used his eyes in a very great way and was able to throw for a touchdown. Was very patient, very good throw, good catch, and made a long offensive touchdown that drive.
It's a City of Bessemer touchdown. See what we call the Marvel City with growing jobs, affordable housing, and strong schools. Bessemer, Alabama. Opportunity lives here. Wow, what a play. They thought he was just going to go out of bounds, but he didn't, and he was able to keep his feet and go all the way in for the score. Brooks West on for the point after attempt. That kick is up, and it is good. And with 8:11 left to play here in the opening quarter, the Bearcats are saying, don't look at our record. Look at our points and look at our squad. They're up 7-0. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover will be back. But right now, the Bearcats have clawed their way into the lead. Now it's time to see if Jasper can answer with a score of their own. Their first drive really went in a negative way.
Yeah, this would be a perfect time to see right here what Jasper can do. I mean, if you look at it, they're very explosive. But right now in this drive, they have to see if they can put something together to try to score on this offensive drive.
And this ball looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Goes out of bounds right at the 8-yard line. And remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. We're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPinesFCU.org today. So when the ball went out of bounds, and you see first-year head coach Trent Walker, an alumnus of Cullman, spent his first head coaching stint at Lawrence County, brought some success there, and he said it was a tough decision, but Cullman is home, and it was much better for him to be at home, and he wants to take over and reinstill the pride and winning ways that this team is known for. Now here comes a huge run. Micah Pledger. Here comes Micah. Big Micah, 20, 10, all the way, touchdown. Vikings on the first play of their second drive.
Very explosive run by the running back. I mean, that's the type of plays you want to see all night. And he was able to read what the offense gave it to him, hit that big hole, and score a touchdown in that very good first play on offensive drive right here.
Wow. But it looks like we may have a flag. 65 yards on that apparent touchdown run.
Yeah, those are you don't want to see those type of negative plays on a big run like that. Those type of penalties right there, they will hurt and kill you all night. So you don't want to continue to see these flags getting thrown on Jasper, especially on big offensive and explosive plays like that.
Now the flag is on the Cullman 30. So we really need to see exactly what happened. So if it's a spot foul, it'll still be a first down. But let's see what the official call is. Here we go. So they had a unsportsmanlike and a block in the back, which is a double negative. So the touchdown is negated, all of the yards are negated, and now instead of it being 1st and 10, it looks like it may even be 2nd and short.
Even though this is a big rival, both coaches said it would be chippy, but although you might get chippy, you have to be smart, you have to be mentally strong and physically strong. You can't afford to have those unsportsmanlike conducts, especially on big plays like that, because if you do, that will continue to hurt you all night, and you don't need that.
Okay, so they did get the first down, or did they? So now will it be 2nd down? And the officials are trying to make sure they get it right. And we want to make sure that all right, so they will move it up and it will be a first down. And that's because of where the foul happened. It did happen on the 30-yard line, so he did earn enough for a first down, so it'll remain first down. All right, now we're ready to get back to action with two running backs in the backfield, Zion Koger and Micah Pledger. Keeping it on the option is Smothers. Smothers on the near side. He's going to go to the 40, to the 30, and pushed out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Enough for another first down, and they'll move the chains.
For Cullman, you have to contain this quarterback tonight. You see he's very explosive, very elusive, and he got all those positive yards back. And for one thing about Lincoln Smothers, he's going to be an explosive athlete, so you have to be able to contain him and keep all eyes on him tonight.
He's about 6'2", about 160 pounds, and a lot of people underestimate his speed because he has such a long stride. Trying to keep it on the ground is Koger. Koger doesn't go anywhere fast. He was wrapped up by Max Dow and others there on the tackle. But there is another flag. So we got a lot of yellow laundry early on in this one.
Really early. And in a game like this, you hate to say, but you will see a lot of flags, but you have to just be disciplined. A game like this, you got to be very disciplined. You can't afford to have those silly mistakes and silly penalties all night. This is like maybe the 5th flags we've seen since kickoff, and you just don't want to keep seeing these same flags tonight.
So holding on the offense, this is the 3rd penalty so far in this drive for Coach Reeves' Jasper Vikings. And Coach Walker and company, they're trying to keep the Vikings out of the end zone. Here we go, 1st and 20. Keeping it now with Smothers. He breaks 2 tackles, and he's off to the races. He gets all the negative yards back. Eventually dropped down about 3 yards short of the first down. Tucker Willingham right there to make the tackle.
Good smart right there. Good quarterback keeper. He was going to give it. He pulled it, was able to follow his big blockers right there in his offensive lineman, and was able to just get positive yards. This young man is, I'm telling you, he's sneaky quick, and once he get it, he's a playmaker. So you have to make sure when he has the ball, somebody has to be on him at all times.
2nd down and 4. Going to hand the ball off to Pledger. Oh, he goes airborne. Micah Pledger goes up in the sky, and he's able to get enough for the first down and move the chains, and now they're in the Window World red zone. Remember, enhance your home and window world of Central Alabama. They redefine durability, performance, and value, setting a new standard in how you live or work in Central Alabama. First and 10. They can get a first down without scoring. Here comes Pledger again. He breaks 1 tackle, but now it's a host of black shirts right there to ultimately pull him down.
Like you wanted to get a little outside zone in this play, but the defensive linemen, they were all over there. They shot the gaps, they shot upfield, and he wasn't able to get many positive yards, but they have to have their eyes on him as well. Another big playmaker, and very great defensive effort by this defensive front. Was able to see where Michael Pledger was at when the ball was snapped to him.
2nd down and 7. If they can get to the 6-yard line, they can get a first before they get to the goal line. Smothers looking to throw, getting some pressure on the backside. He eludes 2 defenders. Now a 3rd. Wow, look at Smothers go, and he gets a hit and is ultimately put down. Chance Hogler able to make the tackle.
Smothers was dancing a little bit. He tried to make some shake downfield, but he was looking. He wanted to throw, but nothing was open. He gets out of the pocket right there. He thought he was going to get tackled, but made a little, shake and bake move right there, but he was eventually swallowed up right there, and this young man is elusive, so you have to make sure when he has the ball, you have to be able to see him and know what he's going to do.
Got timeout called, and this is our Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. We'll take a break also. We come back, we'll see if Jasper can find a way in the end zone. They trail 7-0. Stay tuned. Jasper just to walk in. They've got to earn it.
These are the type of plays you want to see from Cullman. I mean, tonight is the night to make this statement. And so far, they've done a great job of making this offense work for what they want to earn.
3rd down Fletcher's going to move up a bit, get right beside Smothers. Ball is loose, and Smothers falls right back on top of it to set up a 4th down, self-inflicted wound for the Vikings.
Looked like there was a little confusion right there. He didn't know if he wanted to pull it or give it. So in those situations right there, you just have to go with it and just make a play out of it. You can't afford to have those negative plays and have a fumble right there on the drive like that.
Looks like we're going to have a field goal opportunity here as the Cullman defense has been able to hold and keep this high-powered Vikings offense out of the end zone. Now Oliver Mosley handles all the kicking. He'll be there for a 25-yard field goal from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, the Vikings are on the board, but they still trail the Bearcats by 4. So if you're a Bearcat fan and a Bearcat defensive player, you got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, right now, very good stops, some key stops in those offensive drives. And they've been doing this type of stuff for the past 2 games, but tonight they're trying to put it into action. And so far, it's working. I mean, this tonight, if you want to make a statement, you want to see what you can do. And so far, they have made a statement in these few offensive drives. They just have to continue to do that all night.
Great night for football. A lot of fans here. This is a State Road 69 rivalry. All you got to do if you're leaving Jasper is get on State Road 69 and just keep on driving. You're going to run smack dab into Cullman. And the school not that far from the town center where they have their festivals, and it's a beautiful downtown area. And now the fans have made their way into the stadium, and they are excited to watch this football game, and they're still happy that their homestanding Bearcats are up. Now the Vikings, on the other hand, they were expecting a lot of fireworks, and we just haven't lit the match yet.
Well, hopefully whenever they get back, they have to set the tone here on defense, and hopefully when they get back on offense, maybe you'll see some touchdown or a few drives on that.
Colby Holt is back deep. He is a dangerous kick returner. How dangerous? We'll let you know after the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And taking it inside his own 20, here comes Mr. Holt. Very patient, and his patience has worked out so far. He has 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns.
Yeah, on a player like that, you definitely have to spot him and make sure, try to kick it away from him as much as you can. But and if you do kick it to him, have to make sure you get down there and cover in those kickoff lanes. Be patient and make sure you have your eyes in the right spot, because you don't want to mess around and he return one, because then they're going to get the momentum. So you just have to have your eyes on him at all times.
1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line are the Bearcats of Cullman, looking for their first win of the season and try to end this undefeated streak that Jasper has so far this season. Going to give it to Keel. Keel finds another hole. Good job and a good wrap-up by the defense, because this young man has, as they say, home run speed.
One thing about Keel, when he finds that hole, he's going to take advantage of it. He's going to try to get north and south. And right there, he had a very great offensive run. I think if he would have dodged that, he would have got a few more positive runs, a few more positive yards. But he was very patient, and he was able to get some yards from that drive.
7 yards on the carry. Now it's 2nd and short. Another shift. Keeping it on the ground again and getting back to the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag that was thrown. And we've had a lot of laundry so far in this game. So now it's holding on Cullman, and that'll push them back 10. I know Coach Walker doesn't like to see those self-inflicted wounds.
I think any good coach hates to see those type of plays, especially when you're trying to establish yourself, you're trying to establish an identity. You don't want to keep seeing those silly flags like this. So hopefully both teams can get these penalties cleaned up tonight.
So now 2nd down and 13. Keel on the ground. He bounces around like a pinball and gets back to the original line of scrimmage to set up a 3rd and 10.
Very patient inside zone. He's following his blockers very well. He got some positive yards, able to establish what he wanted to get, and they just made a very good defensive play up front on that play.
It's 3rd and 10, Cullman from the 30.
And they're going to split out Holt and also Nelson Hollingsworth on the near side. Culver's going to keep it on the ground. And this handoff gets to the line of scrimmage and not much more. And they're saying that the ball was stripped and it's a Zoe Maddox has it. And they're going to call it a turnover. Yes, they will. And it'll be Jasper football.
Oh, man, very great defensive play right up the middle. But he said, Zoe Maddox said, give me that ball. Stripped it out. And that's what you want to see from a good tight end / linebacker. He's running his gap. He's being physical. He's getting the ball. But he just basically says, give me that ball. He snatches it out. So they're going to say it's Jasper Vikings' ball right here.
And he literally just takes it out of his hand. Remember, the running back's knee had not gone down, and you see the trainer there. They're trying to wipe out the blood. That may have been one of the reasons why Smothers had to go to the sideline. He had some blood on his uniform, and you got to make sure that blood is taken out and it's not visible. So now 1st and 10. And they're going to try to keep it on the ground. Here comes Smothers on the keeper. And he may have gotten 1 yard on that inside run.
One thing about Cullman, they did their homework. They did their studies. And right now, so far, I mean, even though Lincoln Smothers is making explosive plays, but they're also doing what they have to do.
Second down and 10, less than 25 seconds on the play clock. And right now for Coach Reeves and Jasper, they're trying to find their way into the end zone for a score. Lincoln trying to run, can't find anybody, dips it out. Reception made by Ledger Smothers. And looks like he was able to get close to the 1st down marker. Yes, he did, and it's a 1st down for Jasper.
Very smart play right here. He was very patient. Looks downfield, rolling out right here to the left. And you could tell he wanted to go downfield, but he was seeing what was given to him, popped it off right there, and he was able to gain a very few positive yards. And that's what you want to see from an explosive offense and playmaker like this.
3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side now. Smothers is now all the way on the far side on the field. The near side is to Marcus Parham, close to the closest sideline. They're going to send Pledger in motion. Quick pass, reception made into the end zone. Touchdown, Mike Maddox. Another City of Bessemer touchdown, and the first touchdown of the night for the Vikings.
Yeah, very great play up right there. I mean, he took what was given to him, slant pass to the inside, was very patient, and once he threw it to him, it was very open to him. He was able to march right into the end zone for 6 points right here on this drive.
Great job, pass from Smothers to Maddox. And now Mosley on for the point after attempt. And looks like it's going to be a fake. Here comes Smothers. He's going to try to make it in. And, wow, he takes a hit. And they say, no, he didn't make it in. And Smothers paid the price on that one. They knocked his mouthpiece out.
Wow, he took a very hard hit right there. I mean, you thought they were going to kick it, but he wanted to roll out, tried to run into the end zone. But he definitely paid the price. He got smacked, and they knocked his mouthpiece out of his mouth.
Well, what a way to end a drive, but this was the masterpiece right there. Quick pass to Maddox into the end zone for a score.
Was very patient. He looked downfield, faked it. He found Maddox right there for a slant, basically walked his way on in. That was what you call a great execution, great throw, great pass, and another great touchdown for Jasper Vikings.
And the extra point, I don't know if this was necessarily planned to be a fake and an opportunity for Smothers to attempt to get 2 points.
Yeah, because in games like this, you normally don't see that early. But maybe, like you said, it could have been planned, but it could have been a bad snap. Could have been miscommunication. But whatever it wasn't a very positive play. I can tell you that.
Another time now for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And they kick it directly to Colby Holt. Here comes Mr. Holt. Holt has some room to run, gets out to the 30. He has home run speed. He gets out beyond midfield. Special teams is big for the Bearcats, and now they're in Viking territory. Another dynamic return for Colby Holt.
For Jasper, it's important that you get down there and cover on those special teams, because if you kick it to this man, Colby Holt, he's very patient. He starts off tiptoeing. Once he finds that hole, he hits it, and you have to know where he's at or try to kick it away from him. Very explosive run by Colby Holt.
1 minute remaining here in the opening quarter, and they're trying to match score for score now with the Vikings. And our Fortis scoring drive, 3 plays, 34 yards. Maddox with the 22-yard pass reception. And remember, Fortis, your life powered by learning. From the 41-yard line with a minute left here in the opening quarter, here comes Colvert and the Bearcats. Getting some pressure, and he throws it. Looks like Kalen Harris was right there to bring him down.
Penalty flags on the play.
But it was an incomplete pass. There was a receiver in the area.
Kalen Harris was all over that pass. I mean, in a play like that, you got to be very patient. Just make a good wrap-up tackle. It looked like he got him in the horse collar right there. So in a case like that, just be very smart and just try to get him down the best you can. But you can't afford to give up a 15-yard penalty like that.
So what was thought to be a good positive play by the Vikings, because of the horse collar, turns it into yardage for the Bearcat. Oh, yeah, that is a classic horse collar.
Clean horse collar right there.
I think that even in the old school football, they would have called that a horse collar.
Very obvious as well. I mean, right there in front of the official. Just got to be smart.
First down. 1st and 10 from the Jasper 26.
So now 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line are the Bearcats. Keeping it on the ground is Weston Keel. He already has 1 touchdown on a reception this evening, and they're able to get about 4 yards on that carry.
They have a very strong offensive lineman. I mean, they're doing their job. They're getting a push up front. In games like this, that's where it starts. It starts in the trenches. Those defensive linemen, offensive linemen just going at it. And Weston Keel is doing a good job of hitting the holes, following his blockers, and getting positive yards on each drive he's had every carry tonight.
Keel takes a breather. And that's Jace White in at running back. Here comes Jace White. He has a hole, and he's able to get some positive yards. Eventually, he was brought down by Cortez Samuels.
Looked like he wanted to take that thing in the inside, but as you can see, he's very patient into the inside zone, but eventually the hole closed, bounced to the outside, and that's what you want to see in a great running back. Once that hole closes up, they have to be very athletic and bounce out to what is given to them, and that's what he did right there in the offensive drive.
A very spirited first quarter comes to an end, and it's Jasper that's on top, but it's only a 2-point lead as the Bearcats, they keep fighting and clawing their way, looking for their first win of the season. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. We'll be right back.
And we have small town values and service.
Yeah, definitely. And last question, Casey. When talking about a community bank, what advantage is that over maybe some of your competitors?
I think being a local community bank here, we are able to make it not as competitive, I guess, because we're living our day-to-day lives beside our customers. You know, we live, work, and worship beside our customers day in and day out. And at People's Bank, we don't just bank them, we care about them, you know, and I think that's hard to come by in today's world.
Yeah, it's certainly good to hear. Well, Jessica and Casey, appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys for taking the time, sending it back up to our guys in the booth.
Thank you so very much, Austin, and thank you, ladies, and also thank you, People's Bank of Alabama. And right now, it's Cullman knocking on the door. They're a few yards away from scoring their second touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, Coleman is very trying to make a statement. They're very playing hard, playing physical, and this Weston Kill kid, this guy's not afraid to run the ball. So he's going to see what he can do right here on this drive.
Second down and 6, and looks like they get maybe 1 or 2 yards on the carry.
They're right there on the goal line. All they have to do right in these type of situations is be patient and don't try to do nothing that's going to hurt them. All you got to do is keep the ball on the ground and just try to be positive and get positive yards.
Now third down. Cabri in as one of the running backs. They give it. Oh, and a good defensive play by Zoe Maddox. Big Zoe makes a play, and now he goes down. May have caught a cramp making that play as he dart through the line.
Yeah, Zoe Maddox blew that up. I mean, that's what you want to see in a defensive guy like this. He shot the gap, and he said, no, you're not going to get a lot of these yards. So that was very great on his assignment, and he knew what he was doing, and he made a very great tackle right there.
So now fourth down and goal from the 4. Timeout call. And it's our Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. An overdose can happen anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app. That is OPI Rescue AL app. You can get it on the Google Store and also in the Apple Store. So right now, if you're coaches on both sides, if you're the Vikings for Jasper, what are you trying to do here on this fourth down play?
Well, right now you need at least 4 yards, so I think just keep it on the ground, or if you're going to get it like a screen pass and just try to do something that's going to be positive, and you don't have to do nothing extra, but just try to get at least 4 positive yards right here and get in the end zone. That should be the end goal for these coaches right here on Jasper. Cullman.
This is a black and gold extravaganza with both schools with the identical colors of black and gold. Fourth and goal. Coleman's going to go for it, and this is a big move here for Colt Culver. They're going to try to reverse it. Culver's going to hold on to it. The defense is not fooled. He's able to elude 2 defenders, throws it into the end zone too high for the intended receiver and incomplete. Morgan Holly was there, but good coverage once again by Cortez Samuel.
Very great coverage. I mean, the defensive lineman, everybody just bringing pressure right here. He wanted to go downfield, but once they were all over, it looked like the ball was a little too high. And very great defensive stop right here for the Jasper Vikings. And that's what you want to see in a drive like that. Was very patient, and they saw what was coming, and they defended it and was very perfect on that.
I know Culver wants to have that one back. Samuels, on the other hand, for Jasper, he's riding high right now after making that play to prevent a touchdown.
He's very pumped right now. But that was a great play right there. So if I was him, I'd be riding high too. But I also got to keep my head in the game as an athlete.
So now here comes the Jasper offense. Going to try to keep it on the ground, but Coleman is not having it. They wrap him up. Carson Stansel able to make the tackle.
Ran it right up the middle right here. And the most important thing right here, I don't care if you get 2 or 3 or 4 yards. You want to get out that end zone. You don't want to have a safety right there. So that was a great play for them. I mean, just get positive yards for Jasper, and that's what they did. They were successful right there on that offensive drive.
Second down. Smothers rolling out, going to throw out of his own end zone. Has a receiver, catch is made. Enough for the first down. Mike Maddox, always Johnny on the spot with the reception.
Yeah, very powerful right there, Mike Maddox. He saw it, he reacted, and he able to get some positive yards. You see a replay right here. He rolls out to his left. He looks downfield, being very patient, hits the receiver for a positive play, and this man is very explosive, so you have to put pressure on him whenever you see him rolling out, because if not, he will make plays like that all night.
A potential dangerous play, and they were able to work that rather smoothly. Now they're going with 4 wide receivers in the spread. Keeping it is Smothers, great fake. He eludes one defender and eventually brought down. But he's able to get about 3 or 4 yards on the play. And a good tackle made there by Magnus Mann. I've just been waiting to say that name all night long. Magnus Mann.
Well, Magnus was all over that. I mean, he saw what Smothers wanted to do. He eventually he pulled it, wanted to get some positive yards, but Magnus Mann said, "No, buddy, I'm all over that." And what a great stop right there for Magnus Mann.
I'm looking for his Thor hammer to go along with his name. 2nd down and 6. Quick throw, reception made. Breaking one tackle, gets enough for the 1st down, and a good reception there by Tamarcus Parham.
Very patient, took what was given to him. It looked like he tried to make a few juke moves, but on a play like that, you don't want to go backwards. He was able to stay on that line and get more yards for a positive 1st down, and that's what he did right there on that reception.
And that is a Salvatore's 1st down. Remember, Salvatore's has 4 locations in the Birmingham area. Mention Friday Night Rivals, get 10% off of your Salvatore's order. Ball now at the 45-yard line. Going to keep it as Smothers. He has a huge hole up the middle of the field into Bearcat territory. He gets enough for the 1st down. May have got kneed in the head while he was on the ground. Good job he had his helmet.
Yeah, very great play right there. Quarterback keeper running behind those offensive linemen. You see he pulled a big old hole right there. Took advantage of it. Juked one guy, but he took a hard hit at the end of that play. But that was a very great pull and play with him, and he was able to get some positive yards on that play.
Pull and play.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Another Salvatore's 1st down. Ball now at the 42-yard line. Maddox goes in motion. Gives it to Pledger. Pledger is off to the races. 20, 10. They won't catch him. Into the end zone. Michael Pledger in for the score. And that lead now will expand again out to an 8-point lead for the Vikings. Another City of Bessemer touchdown for Jasper.
Inside zone right there. He saw it. Once he hit that hole, he realized, oh man, I'm finna go score this thing, and he did exactly right there. But the key thing is he's running behind these big offensive linemen. He's very explosive, and once he get it, he's off to the races. So you have to be able to watch him and get him down to the ground. You can't let him just keep running like that.
Now it's about a 38-yard run. Point after attempt, kick is up, and it's good. And another fantastic offensive output on the drive. 9-point lead. When we come back, we'll see if Cullman can answer. Stay tuned. Oliver Mosley to handle the kickoff. And it's another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And it's a short kick, and they'll go down right at the 35-yard line. So pretty good field position now if you are a Cullman fan. And really, their offense has been taking advantage of positive field position to move up and down the field.
They really have. They haven't been ashamed to do what they were doing. They're being very positive, being very patient. And that's what you want to see if you're Cullman. I mean, they showed these in the last 2 games, but tonight they're really doing what they're supposed to do. And they did their homework, and they have been very explosive, and they have to continue to do that all night.
Jasper able to score that one. Michael Pledger there on the touchdown run. And the Fortis Institute scoring drive, 6 plays, 96 yards, capped off by the Michael Pledger 42-yard touchdown run. And now it's the Bearcats' opportunity to see if they can get a score of their own as they trail by 9. 2nd down and 9 after that run by Weston Keel. Keel already has a touchdown reception under his belt. And Colby Holt, their speedster, is split out right here on the near side. Now they're going to shift their tight end Morgan Holly over to the near side. Quick pass out to Lofton. Lofton has enough for the first and pushed out of bounds at midfield. Fell into Viking territory. Another Salvatore's first down.
Yeah, he was very speedy right there. I mean, he saw nothing but green grass. Great blocks as well. I mean, great throw, great pass, and he just took advantage of what was given to him and was good enough to gain a lot of positive yards on that throw and a great catch as well.
Right at midfield are the Bearcats as they trail. Seeing if they can get back into this one and close the deficit. Keeping it on the ground, and once again, Weston Keel. He is hard to bring down. This young man came into tonight with 398 yards rushing, averaging 129 yards a game.
Very right up the middle, north and south run right there. I mean, he took what was given to him and shot the gap, shot the hole, and was able enough to get some positive yards. And if you're Jasper defense, you have to find a way to stop him and know where he's at. If not, he's going to continue to just be explosive and just make positive plays all night long.
1st and 10 from the 38. High snap, Colbert able to bring it down, and they're going to run it again, give it to Keel. And this time Keel is brought down by Zoe Maddox.
Right up the middle. I mean, he's taking what is given to him, running behind. It always starts on a great run like that. Those big offensive linemen, giving him the blocks he needs. Also, it was a high snap right there, but he didn't stop him from making him get what he was going to get. So that was a great run right there.
5 yards on the carry. And looks like we got another timeout. And really, we'll take one with them when we come back. We'll see if the Bearcats can continue their offensive prowess, keeping the ball moving, but they trail by 9. Stay tuned. All right, let's see if they keep it on the ground. You were right. They give it to Keel. He's able to get enough for the first down, and that's a good coach call. Act Equipment. They have a full line of retail and service locations for Husqvarna handheld mowers and products, TYM Branson subcompacts through 130 horsepower tractors, Gatorade trailers, and multiple equipment implements and other companies. We also trade and sell used riding lawnmowers, tractors, and compact construction equipment. Thanks for Act Equipment and our coach's call. First down, another Salvatore's Pizza first down. Ball now inside the 30 of Jasper. And the Bearcats are on the march. Hand off to Keel. Keel, once again, he's a hard man to bring down. This time, he was eventually brought down by Samuels and also Harris.
Keel is feeling himself. I mean, every time he touched the ball right now, he's getting at least 10-plus yards. And, I mean, somebody has to figure out how to stop this young man. If not, they're going to keep doing it all night. But as I said earlier, I mean, if they're not going to stop it, I mean, why stop doing it? So they're going to continue to do it until they find that end zone or until they're stopped.
Coach Walker, a 2005 graduate of Cullman, left Lawrence County as a head coach to come back to his alma mater to try to get the Bearcats back on top. Once again, another strong run by Weston Keel. He says it's a first down, and now they're in the Window World red zone.
Oh, man, he even made the first down sign. You definitely know he's feeling himself. I mean, they can't stop it. He's being very patient. Inside zone, right up the middle, and they start with these big offensive linemen. He's finding that hole, and, man, he's being very elusive and very powerful right now.
He gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line, so first and goal from the 2. Another Salvatore's first down. Out of the shotgun. They hand it over to Keel again. Oh, this time he gets tackled for a loss. Good open field tackle by Jackson Pajoli.
Yeah, if Jackson wasn't on there, I believe he would have marched on in for a touchdown, but that was a good foot tackle right here. A little outside zone, take what was given to him, eyes downfield. He got stopped right about right there, but I believe if he wasn't wrapped up right there, he might have found his way into the end zone.
Give it again, and this time he won't be denied. Weston Keel in for the touchdown. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And just like that, Cullman Bearcats are back in this game.
won't be stopped, and he definitely will not be denied. I mean, very good offensive drive right there. Kept it on the ground most of their plays, and this young man, he continued to say, just give it to him. I'm going to continue to eat all night, and he definitely ate on that offensive drive. I tell you that for sure.
Well, if they went for 2, they could pull within 1, but it looks like they're going to play it safe and go for just the single point after attempt. Brooks West on for the kick. And it's good. So now it's a 2-point game for the second time so far here in the first half. 16-14 your score. And look at those Bearcat cheerleaders. You know, this is the first cheerleading group. They have their own special intro on their Jumbotron. They introduce every cheerleader.
Yeah, and that's, you normally don't see that, but they're in the school spirit, and they're very excited. So, I mean, it's the first time for everything. So that was definitely our first time seeing that. But look at this play right here. You talk about that. Very patient, got into the end zone, was very powerful, and would not be denied. He's going to find his way into the end zone. And right now he's feeling himself. He's saying, let's go, man. Just keep feeding the beast and keep giving me the football.
Now, do you think that one of the reasons why he's so effective is because he is not as big as most running backs, and for those defensive players, they can't just grab him by his shoulder pads and possibly horse collar him. They got to get down low.
Especially on the outside zones. I mean, he's very quick, so they have to kind of get to him as fast as they can. And like you said, it's hard for them to grab him. When they try to grab him, by the time they reach for him, he's gone. So it's very hard for them to get him down to the ground.
And another Fortis Institute scoring drive, 9 plays, 65 yards, wrapped up with a Keel 3-yard touchdown run. And the kickoff was a touchback. So now we'll see if Jasper can answer and expand their lead again. They only have a 2-point lead. And the young Lincoln Smothers, his brother played for Jacksonville State, dad a longtime assistant coach. And this young man looks like he is the next great Smothers football player. See, you don't know anything about the Smothers brothers. Yeah, it's way before your time. Okay. 1st and 10 from the 20. Oh, and Agent Zero comes in and makes a huge play and gets a tackle for a loss. Jack Cabry from that defensive end spot. Great job by Cabry.
Yeah, Jack was all over there. I mean, kept the quarterback contained. We got upfield. He saw his eyes. Great shed off the offensive lineman, and that's what you want to see from a great defensive end like that. What a great defensive play.
And it looks like we got another timeout. And it looks like they're looking at another Salvatore's Pizza. This is our Salvatore's Pizza break. With 4 convenient locations near you in the Birmingham area, mention Friday Night Rivals and get 10% off of your Salvatore's order. They have New York style pizza. They've got all different types of great Italian food there. It is great food.
You know, James, I keep saying I'm going to try that, but I got to try it one of these days for real. I mean, I go to Chelsea a lot. I go home, so I have to try that Salvatore's Pizza. So can I mention Friday Night Rivals as well?
I think so, yes. yes, I think so. But you only get 10% off. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. I know some people, but I don't know those people. So now 2nd down and 14 after the tackle for a loss by Cabry. And this Cullman team is playing some inspired football, and a stop here could give them the opportunity to gain the lead. Here comes Lincoln Smothers and the Vikings. Smothers, quick pass, reception made by Garrett. Garrett breaks one tackle, almost broke another, but he's eventually upended and brought down.
Yeah, very patient right here. Took what was given to him, got his eyes upfield, missed one tackle right there, tried to get upfield and but oh man, he was taken down right there. But very great ankle tackle and very great positive yards for the offense as well.
And that was Willingham with the tackle. Also in on the play was Halzer. Now another timeout is called. And if you're Cullman, you're trying to get some time. You want to have as much time as possible to give your offense an opportunity to try to get you the lead going into the locker room.
Yeah, Cullman, they have to get a good drive right here, but at the same time, you want to eat as much clock as you can, and I believe they're going to continue to do this. You want to continue to put the ball on the ground. I mean, but you also want to have some great defensive stops.
2:53 left. Lead was as big as 9 for the Vikings. But Cullman was the one who struck first on a little short pass. And they were able to make a play. So now let's see what Jasper's offense can do looking at 3rd down and 4. Cullman is going to try to get the ball back with some time left to see if they can take the lead going into halftime. But for Jasper, they want to keep this drive alive. Here we go with 4 wide receivers. Smothers trying to go deep. He throws it long, has a receiver, and just overthrew Brody Garrett.
Brody was wide open on that play. If he would have connected, I think he would have found the end zone right there, but he was very patient. But on a play like that, oh, man, there was a good offensive play right there, but just overthrew him right there, and you don't want to see that on a good play like that.
And we want to spend a special shout out to King Boys Towing and Recovery. They always make sure that all our heavy equipment for Friday Night Rivals gets to the location safely and on time. And I've always said that's some of the best, things. You see those lifts and all those things, the cameras, they make sure all of that gets here on time. So thanks to King Boys. Punting situation for Jasper. And Oliver Mosley kicks it, and it's fair caught right at the 36-yard line with 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. So the defense for Jasper did its job again.
Yeah, they stood him up, and this is right here, Cullman. They want to try to put a good drive right here, but Jasper, I mean, they didn't really do much on that offensive drive, but Cullman, they was very explosive. They stood him up, so you want to see what kind of drive they can put together right here for an offensive drive.
Colt Culver, an interesting story. He had an injury when Coach Walker came on campus, so he was unable to see him play in the spring. But in fall camp, he really showed out and earned the starting spot. Keeping it on the ground, here comes Weston Keel. Oh, he gets spun around but keeps his feet. Look at this young man, and look at the Powell getting pushed. Wow, what a play by the Bearcats. I mean, it's something about playing here at Mark Britton Field at Oliver Woodard Stadium here in Cullman.
This play right here, this is a definition play. He took it to the left side, outside zone. Somebody tried to get popped right there, but this is a definition play of I will not be stopped, I will not be denied. You see the Powell continues to push him, but he would not go down. He's very strong and elusive, and this young man right here is going to keep making great plays like that all night.
But we had a flag.
Oh.
And that moves them back 5. So now it'll be 1st and 15 rather than 1st and 10 after that dynamic run by Weston Keel. Now remember, Keel averages 129 yards a game. He may have had over 100 yards if you could add in the negative yards, the yards taken away from penalty. And he gets all of about 4 of those 5 yards back.
Weston Keel, the ball carrier for Cullman. Stopped by Oliver for Jasper.
And Keel is really lighting up the field tonight.
Play gains 3 yards.
2nd down now and 12. Coach Walker and his offense trying to strum up some more points. Give again. Good sliding move right there, but he was just clipped by the ankles and brought down by Jackson Pajoli.
Yeah, Jackson was all over there. He read where Keel wanted to go. He was able to see him and made a great tackle right there. And he didn't get many positive yards right there, but way to use your eyes and way to see where the ball was going for a great tackle right there.
And that's another timeout. This time I believe it's called by Jasper with 1:48. So if Cullman doesn't get a first down here, then this will give Jasper another opportunity. Take another look at it, and that may have been a drive-saving tackle there by Jackson Pajoli.
Yeah, very great tackle right there. I mean, he saw it, he recognized it, got him right there by the ankles, but he didn't have a big hit, but that was a very important play right there.
3rd down 9. They need to get the ball to the 46-yard line to get a first down. If you're Cullman. If you're Jasper, you got to stop them.
Jasper has to be big right here. Have to apply some pressure on the quarterback. Have to be very patient, be very smart, and try to get a sack right here or a tackle for loss if you can.
3rd down 9 for the Bearcats. Colvert with time. He can't find anybody. He's got to get rid of it. He throws it, and he does touch a receiver, but incomplete. The defense holds once again for Jasper.
Culver, he had all day back there, but the defense were able, at the last minute, they were able to apply some pressure, but they wanted to make sure they didn't make a positive. Look at he all day right here, trying to look to see what he can do, and eventually he threw it away, but they didn't gain any yards right there. He pushed him down to the ground on that last play right there.
Punting situation now as Morgan Holly will handle the punting for Cullman. Booms this one, and it's going to take a Cullman bounce. Oh, he should have let it bounce a little bit more, but it's down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. So now, once again, Jasper, with 1:29 left, they can add on to their 2-point lead. They've got pretty good field position to do it.
I think they also have enough time, so they still have 1:29. Have to be smart, have some great offensive drives right here. Be patient, and just try to do what you're coached to do, and you can have a good drive right here. You have plenty of time.
Smothers so far tonight, 5 of 7 for 77 yards and a touchdown. His longest pass, 30 yards. Pledger is moved in motion. Keeping it is Smothers. Smothers trying to find some room, dives forward. He was wrapped up by Parker Berry, who came into tonight the leading tackler for Cullman.
Cullman
with 20 tackles.
Cullman did their homework. I mean, you see right here on this play, he wanted to direct traffic, wanted to see what was given to him, but way to make that tackle right there on a good defensive front right there, and they were able to locate Lincoln Smothers right there on that last play.
Lincoln looking for a receiver, trying to direct traffic, just can't get it to him in time. Pass intended for Braylon Dickerson.
If you're Cullman, you're going to have to create pressure. I mean, he had all day. He was able to direct some traffic. Didn't do the play that he wanted to get off, but you have to create pressure on him. You can't afford to let him stay back there in the pocket all day and have all the time in the world, because if not, you will pay for it eventually.
3rd down, and it all depends. Cullman may get the ball back with some time left. Braxton Brooks coming in for Magnus Mann. Smothers with some time, going to throw a short pass, reception made to Pledger, but he is hit immediately by Caleb Hollis.
Yeah, Caleb Hollis was all over that. Had some good defensive coverage right there, was very patient. He saw where the ball was going, and once the receiver caught the ball, he was able to make a good play right there. But also, he had a lot of time right there, had no pressure. Once he saw that, he made a great defensive tackle right there. It was all over.
Going forward on 4th down, or at least they're giving the appearance of it. The clock continues to run. They've got about 17 seconds on the play clock as the game clock is still over 20 seconds left. They're trying to juice this clock all the way down, grind it down, because they don't want to give the ball back to Cullman. And he's waiting. Now he finally calls a timeout with 8.3 seconds left. That was a good call there by Coach Reeves.
Yeah, very great call. I think he saw the clock, and he was just seeing what they want to give to him, and he's telling his offense to just try to stay in it and be smart. Right here in a play like that, in a situation, you only have 8 seconds left, so I'm interested to see what they would dial up right here on this final play of the half.
Eight seconds, an entertaining football game is an understatement. This has had some excitement. We haven't had any fireworks yet in the sky, but on the field we have some. So now I think this may be time for another coach call. What do you think that if you're the Vikings, do you kick it or do you hike it and just run around and hope you can run the clock out? Or is that a little bit too dangerous?
I would just try to, I mean, if I was the coach, I would either kneel the ball or I would try to hike it and try to take the clock out. But I wouldn't want to give Cullman an opportunity to score right here, even though, I mean, 8 seconds, that's kind of iffy. But I just want to run the clock out and just kill the ball and just take it on to the halftime.
And here come the Vikings. And if you're a Bearcat at this point, you're going to try to send somebody back deep. And they do send Holt back deep. And it looks like it's going to be a punting situation as Oliver Mosley is right there to do the punting with 8 seconds left. They're going to send some pressure. Gets it away. And it goes out of bounds with about 3.9 seconds left. So you got a chance for one play for sure, possibly two, if you can get out of bounds.
Yeah, so I want to see what they're going to dial it right here. Maybe they drop back and throw a deep ball.
They adjusted the clock. Now it's 1.3 seconds. So you got time for one play.
Yeah.
If you do that. And here comes Colt Colvert. And make sure you stay tuned for our Avadian Credit Union halftime show. We have some interviews, highlights, and some possible highlights from around the country. Here we go. Looks like victory formation. And they're going to kneel it as the clock hits 00, and we'll go to the locker room. But what a ball game so far. The Vikings of Jasper undefeated going up against a winless Bearcat team, but you wouldn't know it by the way Cullman has been playing on the field. Outstanding, and they only trail by 2. The Vikings started off slow, RJ, but they were able to find their footing out here in Cullman. Avadian Credit Union continues as the Vikings have a 2-point lead over the homestanding Bearcats of Cullman. And this is a key 6A Region 7 matchup that could be going down to the wire. James Red along with RJ Burns. RJ, when we started, we knew this would be a close battle, but did we think it would be this close?
We didn't think it would be this close, but tonight both teams are playing really great offensive ball and defensive ball. I mean, they've been making key stops all night, but at the same time, they started off with some penalties at the beginning of the game, and that's what you don't want to see in a top rival like this. But at the end of the day, it's been a dogfight, and both teams are fighting tonight for a win.
Let's take a look at our highlights, and this is a highlight that, I mean, guys were coming out of nowhere and making big plays. You see Culver, the quarterback from Cullman, he finds this young man right here, Mr. Keel, and he has been an offensive dynamo for the Bearcats.
He has been electric all night. You see right here, he missed a few tackles right here. He found his way to the end zone. Then you have Smothers right here. He throws a touchdown pass right here. Both teams being patient, and they're taking what is given to them, and it has been a dogfight all night, and they will continue this probably in the second half.
Defenses have stepped up big and made big plays when they needed to. As you see Mike Maddox and Pleasure. This is Micah Pleasure with a touchdown to give them the lead. But here comes Weston Keel. This young man has over 100 yards rushing just in the first half. Yes, that little guy right there with a big heart. He's got that Bearcat mindset. And he came in and scored one through as a receiver and once as a running back. And our score now is 16-14 as we take a look at the halftime stats. And it looks like it's pretty even.
Yeah, Jasper, man, 116 rushing yards. And look at that. They have 199 total yards. But also look at Cullman. They have 175 total yards. So I want to see what both teams can do tonight to continue to add those numbers. But they have been – both teams have been very explosive. And the proof is right here in the pudding. You see both yards and also the time of possession for both teams.
You see time of possession, those first downs really there. The yards per play, just 2 yards different, but really you got 2 points different between Jasper, who has the 2-point lead, and Cullman. But when you look at Cullman, those 66 passing yards, a lot of that came off of one play. So if you're Cullman, how do you think they need to try to pick things up in the passing game?
I think for Cullman, they need to do a good job of maybe doing some screen passes, some short yardage plays, but the run game is working for them, but I think if they open up that pass game, I think they'll be very dangerous to stop teams.
All right, another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, and we are underway, and this one goes out of bounds which means that Jasper will either make them re-kick it or they'll have pretty good field position. And they're going to put the ball at the 35. And we'll see if the defense for Cullman can hold again like they did in the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's very important right here. If your defense, you make a big stop, you make some powerful things happen up front with the defensive lineman, get off offensive lineman and get off some tackles, and you can see what's going to happen.
You see the numbers for Smothers, 6 of 9, 83 yards and a touchdown. He also had some yards rushing, but not that many. Here we go. Quick pass, reception made. And once again, trying to find that space. And Mike Maddox able to get about 7 yards on that reception.
Yeah, it was all over that play. I mean, took what was given to him. Quick pass, was very patient right here. Faked it, quick pass right there, and was able to get a few positive yards, but didn't get much. But you just have to continue to take what the defense gives you.
2nd down and 3. Gives the ball to Pledger. Pledger breaks one tackle, and now he's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Micah Pledger. And just like that, boom, the Vikings bust this game open.
They were all over there. I mean, inside zone, and he took off. He got past the first level, got past the second level. Once he got past that second level, he was off to the races, and he's very explosive. If you're Cullman Bearcats, you have to find a way to stop this explosive Jasper offense.
68 yards on that touchdown run. And I think Coach Reeves answered the question. They got a little bit more in the tank.
Yeah, they had some juice right there. I mean, they had to continue to keep doing what they're doing, and you see what it results in.
Point after attempt now for the Vikings. Oliver Mosley on to do the kick. Kick is up, and it is good. And that lead now expands. 23-14 your score, and look at that run. Nice spin move there, and he is off to the races.
Very explosive. I mean, he's very smart. He's very explosive, and once he get past the first, second level, he's gone. Try to catch me if you can, and right there in that play, they could not catch him, so he took it all the way to the house for a Jasper Vikings touchdown.
23-14, and now it'll be up to the Bearcats to see if they can answer. But Micah Pledger, he had another long run that was called back due to a penalty, but this one sticks.
He might have made up for that long run. And very first play of the offensive drive, he took what was given. Well, second play of the offensive drive, he took what was given to him. I mean, he wanted to make a statement, and I think, in my opinion, that was a very bold statement and drive right there. He said, man, we're going to come out here and we're going to show them what we can do, and they did it right there on that drive.
And let's take a look at our Fortis Institute scoring drive. 2 plays, 65 yards, 58-yard touchdown run for Micah Pledger. And that's our Fortis Institute scoring drive. And now it's time now for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And Oliver Mosley will handle the kicking duties. This is a high kick. And it's returnable from the 10-yard line. And look at there, we got some room. Bounces off one, bounces off another. Great run back by Nelson Hollingsworth. He's not the only one that can do it. You know, we already knew that Colby Holt could return some, but
Yeah.
Nelson Hollingsworth's pretty good too.
Nelson had to show you, man, I can do the same thing. Very explosive, hit the hole, bounced off one tackle, tried to bounce off this second one. He kind of low-key did, then he just kind of fell to the ground right there. But in the kickoff coverage, you have to get down there and cover your lanes. If not, that's going to continue to happen all night.
Colt Colvert now and the Bearcat offense looking to see if they can stay in this game. High snap, keeping it on the ground. And once again, this young man, Weston Keel, he is hard to bring down. Over 100 yards just in the first half. So 5-yard gain now, 2nd down and 5. They're going to split out Hollingsworth on the near side and Holt on the far side. Colvert got plenty of time. He's got to get rid of it, make a decision. He does. Catch is made by Big Lofton. And Lofton able to get enough of the first down in the Viking territory. Brooks Lofton, the big tight end, his 5th reception of the season.
He's a big, very big tight end. I mean, the quarterback had all day back there. Little play action pass, got time trying to direct traffic and see what's happening. He hits Lofton right there for a very positive, good throw and good catch. Was able to get like a few yards on that play and a very good pass and catch by the quarterback and his tight end right there.
Gets it out to the 42-yard line into Viking territory. Wow, big hit, and it's a tackle for a loss. And that was Memphis Odom.
Yeah, Odom met Kill right there in the backfield. Boom, he right there. He tried to go to the inside zone, but they was all over that, and they made a very great tackle by Memphis Odom.
And that's another super sophomore that's out here on the field. We just saw one for Cullman make a catch. Now we got one making a play for Jasper. 2nd down and 10. Colbert with some time. Nice pass. Oh, just out of the reach of Morgan Holly.
Covert, he's trying to see what is open back there, but sometimes I think he's get a little in a rush. But I mean, you have plenty of time back there. You had to see what's given to you, and right there, then that pass just a little too high. I think if you would have caught that, that would have been a good pass and a great catch.
Third down, 11. And Coach Walker just trying to look and see what play call was called in by his offense coordinator. 3 wide receivers now on the far side. Quick pass, reception made by Holly. Holly pushes forward and gets enough for a first down.
Great RPO right there. He took what was given to him, faked the handoff, read the defensive end, threw enough pass right there for a first down, and way to be patient. I mean, he's seeing what's open, as you can see right here. He wanted to fake the handoff, RPO right there. He zipped that ball right there to his tight end and was enough yards for a positive first down.
Now the Salvatore's first down. Ball now at the 29-yard line, and you see the numbers for Colvert. 2 of 4, 66 yards. That was just in the first half. Now they're going to give the ball again to Keel. Keel just going to run over the defender and get some positive yards. This little guy says, I don't care how big you are, I'm going to try to give you some leather.
And he definitely did right here. I mean, outside zone right there, got a few yards, and he's right here. He says, boom, I would not be denied. Big truck power right there. And like you said, he might not be that big, but he is not scared to run the ball and be very physical. And right there, he was definitely physical.
Now, Jalen McCullum, who made the tackle, he's going to say, man, somebody clipped me and pulled my legs from running. No, I don't know. Keel was bringing it a little bit. 2nd down and 4 now for the Bearcats. Giving it once again to Keel. Keel is just getting pushed and pushed, and he's close to another first down. This young man has had over 398 yards coming into tonight, averaging 129 yards a game. I think right now he's already at his average.
Yeah,
and we still got a quarter and a half to go.
Keel is just simply saying, I won't be denied. I may be little, but I have a big heart. And right now he's showing that he's not scared to get north and south, not scared to be physical, and he's just doing his thing as a tough football player.
Salvatore's first down, and they're also in the Window World red zone. Colvert with time, gonna throw it, and yeah, we've got a flag, we've got some touching and some illegal play there. Drew Herring was just trying to do everything in his power to make sure that the receiver wouldn't touch the ball.
Well, Colvert had all day back there. He knew what he wanted to do, was very patient in the pocket. Looked like he wanted to go for kill right there on that play, but obviously he had a flag, so I mean, maybe they're trying to get something going with Kill in the run game as well as the passing game. Who knows?
So it'll be half distance to the goal.
Yeah, a little holding right there. I mean, hands all over him. I mean, God, they're going to call that.
And Coach Reeves is like, wait a minute, what happened? He said, wait. Like, what is the call? So now 1st and goal from the 10. Keel once again, nice cutback. Keel keeping his feet. And there he is, Weston Keel in for another score. And just like that, the Bearcats are back in this game.
Keel said, I may be denied when I throw the ball, but I definitely won't be denied and stopped when I run the ball. I mean, this young man has been electric all over the field tonight. He is not being denied at all.
Yes, young man, you got a lot of push-ups to do. Weston Keel is putting on a show tonight. Had a 52-yard reception, and now he's approaching 130 yards rushing on the ground. And we still got another quarter to go. Here's the point after attempt now by Brooks West. And kick is good. So once again, we're back down to a 2-point game. And the Vikings are still holding on to the lead, but the Bearcats keep on scratching and clawing their way back in. And they're doing it on the legs and shoulders of a young man named Weston Keel. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with kickoff again to see who will come out on top. But this number 2 is giving them the dues, giving them the blues out there. But number 2, Weston Keel, has been doing it all tonight. He has over 200 yards of total offense, has a 52-yard touchdown reception, and he has 2 touchdown runs. Coosa Pine Federal Credit Union kickoff, and let's see if Jasper can answer the bell. And they're able to get out to the 20-yard line, but not much else, and that was Brody Garrett on the return. So now we'll see if Jasper can answer. We did see that in the first half after they had some mental mistakes that pushed them off. Let's take a look at our Fortis Institute scoring drive for Cullman. It was 9 plays, 60 yards, capped off by Keel's 9-yard tough touchdown run. Ate up 3 minutes and 45 seconds of clock. Fortis Institute scoring drive. So now from the 22-yard line, here comes Jasper. And their signal caller, Lincoln Smothers, he's really been sort of pedestrian so far tonight in the air, only 90 yards passing. Handing it on the ground to Pledger. Pledger already had a long touchdown run, trying to see if he could get another one. He has 6 carries, 123 yards.
Yeah, he's being very powerful too. He won't be stopped. Little inside zone right there. I mean, his offensive line's being very physical up front. Took the handoff, great clean handoff, great pocket. Took what was given to him. He got like 5 or 6 yards in that play, but for a great running back, that's all you need. And eventually you'll mark your way down to the end zone.
And looks like we got a player down, Keith Parker. Looks like he's not feeling himself, and he's on the ground, but he did turn over on his own power. And he looks like he's in some type of pain, maybe a cramp, not sure. But the trainers are out there just to look and see. Whatever it is, he can't move. He says, look, man, y'all touch it. I'm not going to touch it.
It's a big fella, too. So hopefully it is just a cramp on a play like that. He's in a lot of pain, whatever he's dealing with.
7:03 left here in the third quarter. Cullman came out and answered the bell, and here comes Mr. Parker. Good to see him back up.
Parker, the injured Jasper Viking.
And it's good to see that he's moving on his own. Now, he's got those 2 braces. I remember, you played at Alabama. I know Nick Saban used to be a huge proponent, especially during training camp. He wanted his offensive lineman to wear those braces, correct?
I think those knee braces are very important. I mean, it prevents injuries, but it also has protections. You see, because most offensive linemen, sometimes they can get cut by defensive linemen or the other way around. So I think those knee braces they have, and I think all high school players should wear. I mean, I know in college it's mandatory for offensive linemen, but it wouldn't hurt for high school players to have those on as well.
Now, I'm old school. I remember when they used to squeak. Do they still squeak a little?
They speak sometimes and they get rusty, but the
Okay.
new ones don't.
Oh, okay, okay. I remember some, guy on our team, like Tin Man, he was putting oil on his, yeah, it squeaks too much. All right, 4 wide receiver set. Here we go. Smothers, he's going to throw it long, and once again, trying to find his guy, Brody Garrett, but it was incomplete.
Overthrown, but one thing I can say about the quarterback, Lincoln Smothers, he's very patient in the pocket. I mean, the ball was right there. He just slightly overthrew him. So next time, just want to be aware of how far you throw the ball when you're trying to just be patient in the backfield.
Well, it always helps to have a brother who played college football, finished up at Jacksonville State, his brother, who is on staff, Logan Smothers, and he's trying to, give some tutoring to his younger brother. So he may have told him, man, you got to be patient. All right, 3rd down. Pledger in the backfield along with Smothers. Nice throw, and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation, and pretty good coverage there by Keaton Dye for Cullman.
Very patient. I mean, he took it right there, but just quite wasn't right there. That was some great coverage right there. I mean, great defensive effort, and I mean, that's what you want to see in a great DB in Camden I.
Great series. Great series.
So now 4th down. Oliver Mosley, the punter, has come out onto the field. Got 10 seconds left on the play clock, so they may be trying to hurry up in a hurry or take the penalty so they can get possibly kick it deeper. And they look like they're going to take the penalty and drop them back 5. So now moving back 5, the line of scrimmage now at the 23-yard line. And Coach Walker, he's been harping special teams all season long. And it's going to take a Cullman bounce, and it's down right at the 43-yard line. Great field position for the Bearcats right now. They're already in Viking territory. And for Colt Colbert, he's got a chance to regain the lead that they had early in the first quarter when they scored the first touchdown of the game. They haven't had the lead since. So here's Colbert and company. First down from the 42. Brooks and Holly make the shift. And here comes Keel once again. Weston Keel getting a lot of yards on those first carries of the series.
This has really been a one-man show. I mean, Weston Keel, he's being very patient. He's running up. He's very powerful running back, and might be little, and he's not that big, but he's not afraid to get physical. As you can see right here in this replay, inside zone right here, he bounces it out to the B gap, and finally he's taken down. But at the end of the day, he's going to continue to run the football very physical.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Reverse, and here it comes. Colby Holt, the speedster. Here comes Colby Holt. Great spin move inside the 20, inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. And somebody lost a shoe, and it was Colby. He ran out of his shoes. Wow, Colby.
Man, Kobe right here. You see the play right here, flipping to him for a reverse, and Kobe Holt got around that right side on the right end, was very explosive. He said, boom, spin move. Looked like he tried to get off right there, but very great tackle right there. But he ran so hard, like you said, James, he ran out of his shoe.
Had a penalty holding against Coleman, so all of that hard work is going to be negated by the penalty.
Them type of plays that hurt you right there. Once you gain all those good positive yards, you don't want to have drive stoppers, meaning things that'll stop you from reaching your goal, whether it's a holding, whether it's some pass interference. And you have to eliminate those type of plays when you're trying to reach the end zone.
So now 2nd down and 14 rather than, oh, there he goes. He's trying to get that shoe on. He's got to tie it. Now see that? All right, there you go. Somebody's got to. You got to take off your gloves and tie your shoe, man. I tell my son in flag football, tie your shoe. Dad, you got to tie it.
I bet you like, nah.
Well, I mean, all the coaches, we all look like we're just there as shoe tires. All right, when we come back, we'll see if Hope will tie that shoe and see if the Bearcats can overcome a 2nd and 14. There you go. He's like, okay, I'm going to tie this shoe. Uh-oh. And look, his teammate's going to tie
he'll
him.
help him out.
I got a messed up foot, and I'm going to tie your shoe. That's how important this game is. Stay tuned. We'll come back and see if all the shoes are tied, and we can get back to playing some football. Stay tuned. Keeping it on the ground, and this time they go nowhere fast. Jonah McKinney and others right there to make the tackle for the Vikings of Jasper.
Jonah McKinney blew that up, was very patient, shot through the gap, and basically denied running back right there. He denied him, and he let him get no type of yards, and that's a very smart play by the defensive front.
5 minutes left here in the third quarter. The ground game has been spectacular for Cullman. Weston Keel already has 133 yards rushing. And he's looking for more. Culvert with time, plenty of time. Reception made to Colby Holt. Colby Holt keeps his feet, and he got away, but then looks like somebody reeled him back in like somebody on Smith Lake right here in Coleman.
Yeah, he didn't get very far. I mean, he looked like he wanted to get out there and make a few moves, but see right here, Culver was very patient right here. No pressure in the pocket. Made the throw and very great catch by the receiver. And right here, he didn't get far. He wanted to get some more, but, oh, man, they got that foot tackle right there, and he was able to get any more yards.
And now was Jackson Bajoli making that good first down save and tackle as Holt will go to the side. It is a punting situation. And that's Morgan Holly. And he booms this one out of bounds, and it will be out at the, looks like, the 18-yard line. And for Trent Walker and company, his defense is going to have to keep them in the game a little while longer. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. But it looks like we may have a flag. Let's see what the flag is. There's that laundry right there on the far side of the field. So it was a sideline violation. And let's see who has the ball now. The ball will be at the, looks like at the 10-yard line, and it will be Vikings football. You see Coach Reeves there, and you see Coach Walker. He's just trying to say, oh, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, I'm on TV? Yes, I am. Yes, you are on TV. Everybody getting their sideline. You know, now, were you ever a get-back coach during the game?
No, I was never a get-back coach.
Okay. I know you did a lot of things at Alabama, but, you know, some people are get-back coaches.
I think the people who were getting paid the big bucks, they probably did.
Oh, you get paid big bucks?
No, I wasn't. No, I was just.
I need to be a get-back coach then. They're paying big dollars. Here we go, keeping it on the ground. And that was Zion Koger. He's had a few carries tonight. Now 2nd down and 9. Keeping it on the ground, trying to eat up some clock. And the defense stepping up big. Parker Berry right there to make the tackle from his linebacker spot.
Defense is being very bold right here. They're trying to make them make uncomfortable plays, and they're just being very patient. They're getting off those offensive linemen, and they're just trying to make a statement right here, and they've done a very good job right now.
3rd down and long. This defense has really put the clamps on the Vikings offense except for a few plays. Smothers with time throws and incomplete. Had two receivers in the area, just overthrew both of them.
Yeah, I mean, those type of catches, those type of throws, you want to make those, but, I mean, it was covered very well, and you have to be patient and just and live for another down.
And the defense for the Bearcats once again step up big, force a 3 and out, and they'll be giving the ball back to their offense with hopefully pretty good field position. And for Cullman, they're doing everything in their power to see if they can walk away with their first win of the season under first-year head coach Trent Walker. And Mosley once again with the punt. And this is a high but short punt. And Nick Holt's going to take it and going to see what he can do with it. Good job by the special teamers for Jasper. Grant Bailey able to wrap him up immediately after he caught the ball and bring him down.
Big fella on that tackle right there. He got down there and he made a play. He said, maybe big, but I can make a good play right there. And that's the type of play you need right there.
So once again, Trent Walker and his Bearcats have good field position. The ball now at the 31-yard line. His defense has been so good, they've been able to move the offense up about 15 yards from the start of their last possession.
Yeah, and they just, I mean, they're being very bold. They're being very coachable right now, and this is a very competitive game, and you can see right here what's taking place.
Holly in motion. Give it to Keel. Here comes Keel. Nice spin move, but he can't get out of the arms of Jalen McCullum. And he says, you can spin, but I'm just going to grab you and make sure you don't go anywhere. And when you got a little running back like that, it's only certain people who can keep their equilibrium even and stay and break down to make the tackles. You can't just go in because you'll overrun them.
Yeah, you definitely will. You don't want to over pursue, but if you make the right pursuit, make the right angles, you're going to make that tackle.
2nd down and 7. Holt now in motion. Colbert looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. Here comes Lofton. And Lofton, I mean, he is huge.
You saw right here where he was very patient. He wanted to go downfield, but very patient. See his check down right there, and he's big tight end right there, but might be big, but he was able to still get out of bounds and slammed it. Looked like slammed the defender right there.
I mean, Lofton, if he doesn't watch it, I think somebody from WWE's going to come call him.
I know, right?
I mean, he just looks like a man amongst young guys. 3rd down and 4. Once again, given to Keel. Here comes Keel, Weston Keel again. He gets into the pile. Nobody can find him, and he just squirts out and makes big plays.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about him. He's not that big, but once he gets in that hole, it's very hard to locate him, and he's being very shifty. He's just being patient, and he's running downhill.
First down again, and now we're in the Window World red zone for Cullman. Give it to Keel again. He's going to try to find some room. He does inside the 10, spins his way inside the 5, down to about the 4-yard line. And now he's really in the groove. He's feeling it.
He's definitely feeling it, but you hate to see those type of plays where it looked like it was a flag, maybe it could have been a holding or a block in the back, but you don't want to have those plays with the type of drive once you get positive yards like this, because right now he's in the groove and he's definitely feeling himself.
The hold. So that'll move him back 10. Negates the run. So now it'll be 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line.
See right here, the hole right there to him down to the ground. But
oh yeah, look at that. He's just stretching that jersey all out. Give it to Keel again, and Keel this time is found out immediately. Zomatics is automatic when it comes to finding Mr. Keel.
Zomatic was all over that. He knew it was coming. He was patient, shot his gap, and was very defensively sound right there and made a great tackle.
And Maddox, he crunches his 11. That 11 turns into like an accordion 11. I'm just telling you, I'm protesting because when the big guys come in and say, I want that number, I mean, the little guys don't know what to do. Look
Right.
at his 11.
Big Joker.
Yeah, man. Look at the 11. He just crunching
Right?
it. Here we go. Keel again, and this time he is just clipped down and making the play from way out in the safety position, Cortez Samuels. Now they're starting to definitely see, okay, you're going to run it, we're going to play up.
Yeah, they're making some adjustments, look like, and they're kind of crowding that defensive line there front against some pressures, maybe against some rushes on their end, and they're all over him. I mean, they probably seen what they can do. They've tried it, and now they're just executing. They're doing a very great job on these last 2 drives.
Cortez Samuels doing a good job in pass defense also. Killed a couple of drives. Bearcats are going to let the clock run all the way down. And it's hit 0-0. We're going to go to the 4th quarter, 3rd and 19 for the Bearcats, but they've got some weapons that can help. They're the cheerleaders, the Bearcat cheerleaders. They're even introduced on the Jumbotron out here in Cullman. Come back for the fabulous 4th quarter. Stay tuned. 3rd down and 19. Here we go. Giving it to the man of the hour, Weston Keel. He doesn't get much. And Samuel, oh, wait a minute now. Samuels was trying to pick him up, then Keel just went back down on the ground. I don't know what's going on with that one. And Samuels looked like he was trying to pick him up. I don't know if Keel just jerked back or, these are rivalry games.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
Anything to set them off.
And Keel already has 147 yards rushing. Here we go. It's a field goal attempt, about 30 yards. Kick is up. Oh, and it is no good. And the defense holds for Jasper.
Defense is big right there. I mean, that's what you needed in that drive, Jasper. I mean, they didn't allow them to get a touchdown, and they blocked the field goal right there. So very great stop and very great defensive drive. Good effort from Jasper.
Brooks West wanted to have that one back. That field goal would have given him a 1-point lead. He may have another opportunity to make amends later on in the game. But now it's Jasper football from their own 20. And the Jasper faithful are right out there, and they're cheering on their team. Quick pass, incomplete.
Rush that one right there. All you had to do is be patient. I mean, it was there. It was open, but you have to just be patient and get the ball right to him exactly in the right time.
2nd down and 10. The junior, Lincoln Smothers. He is dangerous with his legs and also his arms. And it's been his rushing attack that's really helped out with Pledger and also Mike Maddox catching the ball as a receiver. Gives it to Maddox. Flea flicker going back around to Smothers, and they're not having it at all. Another big play by the defense, stepping up big to make a play is Cooper McSwain.
Cooper McSwain was all over there. I mean, he looked for the reverse. He saw it, but once he saw it, he said, I'm not going to have it. He made the very good hit right there, and that's what you want to see in a great defensive effort that you just saw.
And there is a flag also. Let's take another look. That's a flea flicker right there, almost a double reverse, and boom, just hit him right there on the shoulder and brought him down.
Straight denied right there. He said, you're not going anywhere.
Let's see what the official call is. And those unforced errors, and that's what Coach Reeves doesn't want to see. And that was a personal foul after the play was over, and that's going to push the Vikings back. And if you're Coach Walker, you got to silently be loving this because that's going to give you great field position.
Yeah, and you definitely not only love it, but you got to take advantage of it. Once they give it to you, you have to make a stop right here, but you have to get some pressure on this quarterback because we very know Lincoln Smothers can be very elusive.
3rd down and 22. Pledger now is split out, 5 wide. Smothers, looking, can't find anybody, and the defense is going to get him. Oh, that could be intentional grounding. Will they say there was a receiver in the area? Oh, there's the flag. What a way to tie up the ball game. Let's get the official call. Said, yep. And it results in a safety. The defense for the Bearcats step up. Let's look at it again.
Defense stepped up huge right here. They had time, but he tried to look downfield. They said, They was all over there. He tried to throw it away, but at the end of the day, they just took him down, and that was a very bold, big step-up play by the Cullman Bearcats defense.
And now was Jake Cabri and also Max Dial, that defensive front, playing big, and Lincoln Smothers got to go back to the drawing board. Now they've got to free kick it to give it back to Cullman.
Yeah, Cullman, I mean, you just got to take advantage right here. You got to try to get a good drive right here offensively, possibly keep it on the ground, and go back to Keelan. You're doing some great offensive things, and you just got to keep doing what you're coached to do, and maybe you can try to find the end zone right here.
Wow, look at that technology.
Wow. High school football has definitely made a jump, huh?
Well, I'm just waiting for the college and the pros to use a monitor that big on the sideline.
Right.
I think some coaches may break one if it's that big. I think that's why the pros don't have it. You have players.
They break enough iPads.
There you go. And there they go. I mean, you can immediately look at it, and they can go right there. And there's the coach really giving them some positive reinforcement, saying that's what we want to do. See, we don't do that at flag football. We're not there yet. Not yet. Oliver Mosley now for the free kick. And this should be pretty good field position. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And here comes that young man again. Colby Holt, he gets out of bounds. He hasn't broken one yet, but he's had 2 touchdowns. Kickoff return for touchdowns.
It's very important you find Colby Holt, because if you don't, he might sneak away from you, and way to get down there and cover him on that free kick.
10:23 left here in regulation. We're all tied up after Cullman Bearcats defense was able to get a safety off of Coach Reeves' Viking team because of an intentional grounding, which the pass came out of the end zone. Here we go. Keeping it on the ground once again is Weston Keel. Keel now over 150 yards rushing. And he doesn't seem to be tired at all.
No, he just wants to, hey, man, I'm going to do what I can for my team. If I got to get a lot of carries, which he already has, he's going to continue to do it. He just wants to find a way to win the game.
And Coach Walker definitely wants to try to find a way to win game number 1 in his tenure at Cullman. Keel keeping it on the ground, and he once again gets close to a first down. Josh Harrell to make the tackle along with a couple of other guys.
Keel right there in the inside zone. I mean, he just following his blockers up front, and they're doing a very great job of making some room for him, and he's taking advantage of it, as he has been doing all night.
3rd down and 1. Keel gets enough for the first down, gets inside the 40 to about the 39. They are in Viking territory. Another Salvatore's first down.
Take a look at it right here. I mean, give it to him with a zone play. Try to get what was given to him, and he just got enough for a first down. I mean, just like a one-man show tonight. Stop me if you can. If you can't, I'm just going to keep toting the ball.
36 times he's touched that ball, running the ball. Make it 37, and he breaks the line of scrimmage. This time they wrap him up, but they'll call him down at about the 36 or the 35, depending on the spot. And this man just keeps on chugging, slowly but surely.
They're doing a good job of ground and pound, literally. I mean, right there, the inside zone, he just lowers his head and just being very explosive, very elusive, and then he's just going to continue doing his thing. I mean, why not? They're not stopping him, so he's going to keep doing what he does.
Clock continues to run right at about 8 minutes left here in regulation. Keeping it on the ground. Here comes Keel. He breaks the line of scrimmage. He breaks 2 tackles. And finally, it takes 3 people to bring him down. He gets another for first down. Another Salvatore's first down. They move the chains again.
Once again, yeah, they just taking what is right here on the inside zone. He like, give me the ball. I'm following my blockers. I'm following what that's given to me. Nobody can stop me, so I'm going to keep running and doing my thing. And once again, he has a very first down on that play.
Sometimes it's hard when you're an undefeated team to step it up another notch, because whatever notch you were on, it was working for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's not. That defense for Jasper is going to have to try to find a way to get Keel.
They're going to have to.
Keel has not been stopped yet. This time he goes down. Aiden Franklin there on the tackle. And this defense has really been gassed. They are really tired as the clock continues to run, but now we've got a timeout. Looks like we got a player down. And that looks like Janoy McCanny. Looks like he's down. Now, this may be injury, may be fatigue. You never can tell.
Definitely never can. It's one of the things where you hope, you hope everything is okay, but you definitely don't want to fake an injury to slow the game down. But in today's game, that happens a lot. It's very common.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you're faking an injury. If you're tired.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to get up, but my body won't let me get up. Okay, now I'm up.
Oh, like he's running off the field as well.
Right. Well, you know, everybody's getting some water.
Yeah.
It's a little humid out there.
And they've been on defense a long time.
A long time. A long time.
Long time.
And there's Mr. McCanny. So now 2nd down and about 6 yards to go for the first. And this Bearcat offensive front is playing some inspired football. If they score here, they'll take the lead. First time they've taken the lead since the start of the game when they scored the first touchdown. Here comes Colbert. Got Lofton and Holly in at tight end and at H-back. Going to try a reverse, gives it to Colby Holt. Colby Holt has some room to run. Here comes Holt into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby Holt, and the Bearcats have the lead again. And there's a flag thrown. Wow. Uh-oh. We got a flag. I hope Colby didn't say anything. Because he just ran right by the official, and the official just flipped the flag up. Oh, he's pointing and going back and forth, like trying to let him know. Coach Reeves. Here we go. Let's see what the official call is going to be. Now, will that negate the touchdown? Here we go. Ah, it was holding. Hold on. So it was a hole and an unsportsmanlike. Oh, man.
Man.
This is double trouble if you're a Bearcat fan.
You definitely don't see those type of plays. I mean, you have the momentum going. You almost finna score. Well, you did score a touchdown, but then it gets called back. You see right here, the man, big powerful hole right there. But he was coming.
Right.
Yeah, look at that hole. Took him all the way down to the ground right there. And those type of plays you just can't have in a very explosive play like that.
Yep, there's a flag right there. So for Coach Reeves and the Vikings, the reprieve is you get another chance to try to stop the Bearcats.
Look like they were getting the momentum going as well. Then you
Yes.
have two flags like that. You don't want to have that in a big drive like that.
Now 2nd down and 23. Ball at the 37. Culver's got to throw it. They trying a middle bubble screen. Doesn't work. Defense is right there to make the play. Josh Harrell once again able to bring him down.
Josh Harrell was patient. He saw it was a screen. He was all over it. As you can see right here in this play. He was very patient, though. He read it. He said, no, you can catch it, but you're not going to get anywhere. He was all over that. What a great play by Josh Harrell.
So now rather than celebrating a touchdown and an extra point, the Bearcats are looking at 3rd and 23. They're just trying to get a first down. Here comes Keel. Keel's trying to make up for the loss of the yardage. And this time he's held up, but they may have a flag. And now we got some pushing and shoving going on. And it may be a face mask. I mean, this part may take up all the time.
Yeah. It's getting very physical, very chunky right here in these last 5 minutes of the game.
So now they're trying to figure out the spot of the ball and where they're going to step off the yardage from what point. Here we go. Face man. Let's take another look at it.
Yeah, he got him right there.
Oh, wait a
Ooh,
minute.
Hold on. Look like he got inside of his jersey.
Oh, that's interesting.
After the penalty, first down, Cullman.
And we had a lot of things transpire, but now it's 1st and goal from the 10. Now we got an official's timeout. 5 minutes, 28 seconds. We'll take one with them. I mean, we've had a lot of things going on. Scoring negated, penalties negated. Yardage back and forth. Stay tuned. The last 5 minutes should be a dandy. Friday Night Rivals continues after the break. Here we go. Bearcats trying to get their first win of the season. 5 minutes away. Here he comes, Weston Keel. Keel again. They can't find him. He's pushing forward. They're going to give him his forward progress at about the 2-yard line. This young man, they just can't bring him down.
Yeah, he won't be denied. You see him right here inside zone. He just finds the hole, hits it. I mean, he's very elusive. You can't find him once he get in that hole, but you have to be able to locate him because if not, he's going to run right past you. You don't want that to continue to happen.
So now it's 2nd down and call it 3, possibly 2. And they're going to give Keel a little break. Going to direct snap it to Cabry. Cavalry just came in playing big man football. Agent Zero, Big Jack. There's Big Jack. So now 3rd and a few inches, so they can get a first down without scoring. They got Big Jack right there. They jumbo package. Big Jack. Oh, Big Jack's rolling and polling. I think he may have enough for the first, but not the score. And the clock continues to run. We're less than 4 minutes left in regulation. What a ball game tonight.
Big Jack is just doing what he's doing. I mean, he's just trying to get enough positive yards to get the first down, and he's just being unstoppable.
Now, it depends on the spot. They may have to measure to see if they're close enough to the first down. Let's see. Oh, they're right there on it. Yep. They're going to bring it out to measure. And now from this angle, it looks like they have enough for the first down because they could get a first without scoring, and it looks like the ball is inside the 1. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's a first down. Got it by that much.
Literally that much.
Best case scenario, and you see Coach Reeves, he's like, wait a minute, what just happened? So now Coach Colbert is trying to rally the troops because they just need to get 1 yard. In the Window World red zone, 1st and goal from inside the 1. They're letting that clock run. Here comes Culver. Culver's going to push in himself. He's in for the score. Colt Culver's in. And once again, the Bearcats have the lead. 3:36 left to play. Another City of Bessemer touchdown.
That was a very great offensive drive right there. I mean, they had some setbacks, some penalties, but at the end of the day, they still found a way to get into the end zone, and this is the momentum they needed, and once again, they have taken the lead tonight.
And Big Jack Cabri was right there to do the, what they call it, tush push?
Yeah, tush push.
Tush push? I don't know in high school. Tush push. Brooks West with the point after attempt. And the kick is up, and it's no good. It's no good. It's a 6-point game. We'll take a break. We come back. The last 3 minutes and 36 seconds should be outstanding. Can the Vikings offense overcome a Bearcat defense that's been lights out here in the 4th quarter? Stay tuned. And now our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Defense has to step up big. Here comes Brooks West with the kick. And it's high but short. It'll be taken at about the 4-yard line. Oh, wow. He slipped and almost fell. Was Micah Pledger. That could have been dangerous for his knees.
Yeah, that.
And I don't know. He's like he lost his mouthpiece and everything, but he almost lost his knees.
That looked very ugly right there.
I mean, did he literally slide?
Yeah, it looked like he slid or his knees buckled, one or the other. But, man, that looked very nasty.
Let's take a look at the Fortis Institute scoring drive. Remember, Fortis Institute, your life powered by learning. 13 plays, 34 yards, 6 minutes and 49 seconds, a 1-yard plunge by Colt Culver. Fortis Institute scoring drive. Here it comes now, 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Vikings got the ball at the 25-yard line. Going to try to get the give. And good run there by Micah Pledger. Now they've got to play with a sense of urgency. 6 will tie it. 7 will give them the lead. Pledger again on the run. Has some room to run. Here comes Micah Pledger. And they may be calling a flag on that one. Pledger's looking for a flag. They may have had a hold there on the outside.
Yeah, Pledger's was shifty. I mean, you saw a double trap play right there. He bounced to the outside, got a few more positive yards. But a looser player like him, you have to know where he's at all times.
Inside the Bearcat zone at the 47-yard line on their side of the field. Here we go, giving it keeping it is Smothers. Smothers breaks one tackle, and then he's upended, stays in bounds. The clock continues to run. Less than 3 minutes remaining in regulation.
Smothers right there on the quarterback keeper. Didn't get many yards.
Second down and 8. Maddox goes in motion. Oh, the ball fumbles. Smothers picks it up off the ground, bounces it like Australian rules football. Wow. Great play by Smothers. It was just a disastrous play at the beginning.
Yeah, very disastrous. I mean, it looked like it was some confusion right here. He wanted to hand it off or wanted to do something, but the ball just went on the ground. I'm glad they would have recovered, because if that ball got away from him, that could have been a key play and a dangerous play.
Good tackle there by Caleb Hollis for Cullman. First down. Another Salvatore's first down. They move the chains. Now they've got 4 wide receivers. Micah Pledger, the back in the backfield. Now they're going to move Brody Garrett inside. They're going to give it to Pledger. Pledger has some room. He tries to keep his feet and does. Gets down to the 30-yard line.
Tripped up there by Parker Berry. Very patient. Saw what was given to him. He wanted to take him down, and he did exactly what he had to do. Right, as you can see right here on this play, outside zone, following big man, and Parker was right there. No, I'm going to make that tackle. So he was all over that. Way to be patient and way to see where the ball was going.
And he may have an opportunity to be the Drummond Company player of the game at the end of the game. We'll be handing out the player of the game. Make sure you stay tuned after the game. And that we also show appreciation to our outstanding teachers. You go to abc3340.com/Drummond Cares and nominate your favorite educator for the Drummond Company Heart of Education Award. Minute 32 left. And we may have another nomination for our bus stop. Our school bus stop of the game if Cullman can make a stop here.
Yeah, Cullman's going to have to be very key right here. I mean, they had a good offensive drive right here, but if they want to make a statement or they're going to make a good stop right here, we're going to be interested to see what they can pull off right here for the defensive drive.
Second down and 4. Give to Smother. Check that Pledger. And Pledger goes inside the 30 down to about the 22. Clock continues to run. Now they stopped the clock to move the chains. Now they started it back up. First and 10 right outside the 20-yard line. Give the Pledger again. No, it's Smothers on the keeper. Here comes Lincoln Smothers. And he's brought down before he can get a first down. Clock continues to run. Yeah, he pulled it out like a magician.
Yeah, Smothers right there on the quarterback keeper. Pulled that thing, but he tried to fight for more yards, but they were all over that.
Less than a minute. Clock continues to run. 2-minute offense here for the Vikings. And now we've got a timeout call with 37.6 seconds left. Looks like timeout was called by Cullman. Coach Walker did not like the defensive alignment So I think he called a timeout, and you see Coach Reeves right there trying to fire up his team. And they're in this one, and you see Coach Walker. He's trying to get his first victory of the season and even them up in region play at 1-1. So this is a huge opportunity there for his team.
Yeah, if he want to do that, his defense is going to have to make a huge step up right here and make a very defensive stop right here, and they'll make a bold statement.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, and you see Coach Walker, he is trying to lobby. Now that lobbying also gives his team some more time to rest. All right, 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 15-yard line. We're inside the Window World red zone. Pledger in the backfield along with Smothers. Oh, he loses a football. It was a low snap, and Smothers has to fall on it. And now they lose yardage, but the clock continues to run.
Yeah, very good. I mean, what a good snap, but I'm glad Smothers fell on it, and he just did what a great quarterback did. Just fall on the ball. Don't try to make nothing out of it. Just fall on it and get on it as soon as you can. Low snap, a little bit to the left, but he tried to just want to get on it, and that was a great way to get on the ball and just cover it up before something negative turned into something bad, worse.
All right, you see Coach pat on the head of Robert Hamilton, and he definitely is feeling that one. He really didn't want to give that low snap. And they called a timeout, so let's see who has the timeout left. I think that timeout was called by Jasper. So Jasper is down to 1 timeout. It's 3rd and 12. So for Cullman right now, this could be their school bus stop of the game if they can stop them the next 2 plays or get a big play and a turnover here.
Yeah, that would be very big, and this is an opportunity right here with great players step up to the challenge. You know what you got to do, and you just do it right here. And this is the great time to shine right here and see what they can do.
Ball now at the 24-yard line. Smothers with time. Somebody loses a helmet. The ball is low and it's incomplete. So that may be illegal hands to the face.
Yeah, which would be very big right here. That would get them some positive yards on the flag, but you can't have those type of plays. When it comes down to crunch time, you got to be very smart.
Now the key is that going to be that won't be an automatic first down, or will it be a first down? Here we go. Automatic first down, half the distance to the goal. Oh
yeah, right there. It's very obvious. He's still trying to take him to the ground.
26.6 seconds left. So it's 1st and 10. Ball now at the 12-yard line. Fans in the background, standing room only around that outer fence near the track. Nobody's really left because this game is going down to the wire. Thank all the people who joined us on My 68 who made it home from their other game, and they're tuning in like, what's going on here? Well, Cullman, if they can get a stop, will get their first victory of the year, and for the Vikings, it'll be their first loss. But the Vikings now on the move, illegal hands to the face, kept their drive alive. Now they've got 1st and 10 from the 12. And here we go. Lincoln Smothers in the backfield along with Micah Pledger. And Coach Reeves is like, wait a minute, what happened? So false start, and that moves them back 5. Now, I didn't see where the false start came from, but I think Coach Walker was really looking at it, and he was pointing it out to the referee. Here we go, 2nd and 15. Now they send Pledger out, split out as a receiver. Oh, Smothers slipped, but he has enough room to run, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lincoln Smothers. Another City of Bessemer touchdown, and just like that, another 17-yard run by the quarterback. Outstanding. And we're all tied up at 29 apiece.
Smothers right there. I mean, that's what great players do in moments like this. He took advantage of it. He saw what was given to him, and he just like, at this time, I got to make a play. And that's exactly what he did in a situation what just took place.
Oliver Mosley, this kick will give them a 1-point lead. Timeout is called by Cullman. Now, both teams have 1 timeout. Now, for the fans at home, just to give you context on what's happening right here, for the Vikings, this kick will give them the 1-point lead, but they'll have to kick it off. This is where it'll get interesting. If they try to squib it or kick it away, it will give Cullman great field position. If they kick it deep, they're going to be kicking it to one of the most dangerous return men in the state this year in Kobe Holt, who already has 2 touchdowns on kick returns. If they get a block here, we could possibly be going into overtime. So we got a lot of scenarios going on, RJ.
A lot of scenarios. I mean, if you just have to be patient and know what's going on, you have to be aware of the situation. But right now, we just have to see if they can make this field goal to make it a 1-point game. If not, we're definitely going to have a ball game here.
All right, Mosley now for the point after attempt and to give the Vikings the lead. Smothers with the hold. And here we go. And the kick is good. Being down by 6. Vikings come back, and on the legs of Oliver Mosley, they're able to get a 1-point lead with 20.5 seconds left. Not bad for a freshman kicker.
A freshman kicker definitely stepped up right there. He was a freshman, but that's going to be a very big play right there. And he just stepped up right then, took advantage of it. He said, I'm not going to shy away from the big moment. And he made a field goal, an extra point.
And Lincoln Smothers slipped, but he still kept his feet just long enough to get into the end zone. And there's the kick for the point after. So as they say, they celebrate, but you got to finish the game.
You definitely have to finish. And I know they're feeling good right now, but you have to just finish the game. Like once the game's not over until that clock says 0-0.
And looks like he had to go get another football that he wants to kick. And here's our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And they're going to kick it low. And here he comes, Kobe Holt. And Holt is brought down. .15 seconds left. Ball at the 26-yard line. Make it the 27. So this is what you practice when you practice that 2-minute offense, right?
Yeah, you have to be prepared for those type of moments right here, and this is what it all comes down to. I mean, you practice for these, you have to execute them, and when it's here, you have to show what you're doing. And right now, they're really stepping up and make some big plays right here.
Colt Colvert trying to see if he can engineer to get his team close enough for a field goal attempt or possibly a touchdown. Here come the fans. They got the music blaring, and here come the Bearcats. Quick pass. Oh, and he tries to flip it. The ball is loose. And it's loose. The Vikings get it. The Vikings recover, or do they call it an incomplete pass? Zion Cogger has the ball. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a way for this game to end.
Wow, what a play.
He had it in his hands, and he tries to flip it, and I don't think his teammate was aware he was going to flip it.
Yeah, I don't think the teammate was ready for him. I mean, in a play like that, you have to know what is going on, have to be aware in various situations like that. And the situation right there, he was not aware what was going on.
Wow.
I apologize. It's so late.
Unbelievable. He throws it, reception made. Oh, he just couldn't get his hands on it. Holt just went right by the ball. He was trying to flip it to Holt. Just couldn't do it. Wow. Victory formation for Lincoln Smothers and the Vikings as the clock hits 00. And for Coach Reeves and the Vikings, they escape Cullman with the second year in a row a 1-point victory. 30-29 is your final score, but for Cullman Bearcats, they may be the best 0-4 team that we've seen so far this season in the state. They gave the Vikings all that they could handle. And great job for the first-year coach, Trent Walker.
Yeah, I mean, what a very great game right there. I mean, they gave them everything a run for the money. They played great situational football, but at the end of the day, just couldn't finish. And when you are in those tight situations, you have to be able to finish and close the game, and apparently they just couldn't do it. But it was a very literally down to the wire game. That's what you want to see in a great regional game like that, and also a great rival game.
And we're waiting to see if the teams are going to shake hands. The coaches are hugging and shaking hands, showing good sportsmanship. Now we're waiting to see what the players are going to do. And looks like everybody's just standing, looking. Everybody's looking. Nobody's moving. And it looks like that this rivalry is so intense that they won't come to the field and do sportsmanship and shake hands. That's unfortunate. And we will see if we can get to our post game. We'll take a break. We come back and we'll have our trophy presentation. And the final score, 30-29 in favor of Jasper. Stay tuned. Wow, what a ball game. What an incredible finish. 30-29 in favor of the Jasper Vikings. And this was a great game, RJ.
Very great game. I mean, you know, in a game like this, you're going to have some great competition. You're going to have some very fierce plays. But Cullman Bearcats came to play a game tonight, and they had a really great game. They had a great offensive plan, and they just played the best they could tonight. Unfortunately, they lost, but it was a very fought game on both teams.
Time now for our school bus stop of the game. Remember, the law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus. And that stop comes right here in the first half. Zoe Maddox, right when their team needed it the most, he wrapped up Weston Keel, who had 189 yards rushing, but he went nowhere as Zoe Maddox stopped him just shy of the goal line. That's our bus stop of the game. And And looks like we'll be getting ready for our trophy presentation for our Drummond Company Player of the Game. And I think they're coming over. Here we go. They're in the team now. They're coming over.
Slowly making their way over.
And let's go down to Austin. Austin?
Coach, heck of a game out here tonight. It was a real close one. You talked about the talent on the other side of the field. What led to that win tonight?
Yeah, that's 3 years in a row with 4 points separating those games total. They did a great job. Their kids played hard. I'm proud of Cullman and their coaching staff. They got after it, but I'm proud of our coaches and players. I mean, we fought to the end, had some adversity go against us, some bad things go against us, and just kept fighting to the end.
Yeah, and what's this win mean here tonight? Big rivalry game. What's it mean for the team?
Well, I thought it was our first in our grill. Tough down to the wire game, and they're not going to be easy through the course of a season, so we're just fortunate to get out of here with a win.
I'm going to give this trophy to you here. This is our champion trophy presented by Crown Trophy. And moving on to number 7 here, Mr. Smothers. Crazy game today. What was it like being on the field here? What was going through your mind as you were playing?
Oh man, it got real, and we were pumped, and we're just excited to get off this field with a win.
And what's this win mean for you and your teammates being out there on the field together?
It just shows who we are. We're gonna fight down to the wire. We're just ready to go. Keep playing the rest of the season.
And what's next for y'all?
Just keep stacking up, keep going, keep our heads up, keep grinding.
Thank you guys for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thanks so much to Coach Reeves, and thanks so much to Lincoln Smothers, our Drummond Company Player of the Game. And, RJ, your final thoughts on this game? I mean, this was an incredible region matchup.
Yes, I mean, my final thoughts, this game literally went down to the wire. I mean, Cullman Bearcats is not a bad team. They just have to finish and take advantage of the opportunity that was given to them. But we knew what Jasper could do, and they proved tonight that how good of a team they were. So, very great game for both teams, and very excited to see what they can do in the future.
It was an incredible ball game. Jasper remains undefeated, and Cullman, the elusive first win of the season, escapes them by just 1 point. So we'll see if they can come back, and they're 0-2 in region play, but they still have a lot of football left to play. So it was a great game had by all, and it was a great night tonight. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals. It was incredible, and we're going to wrap it up, and we can't wait to see you next week. We're going to travel down to Oxford. Thank you for joining us tonight. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. Final score 30-29 in favor of the Vikings. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you next week.